What's going on, Jeromes? So to start this video, I was going to say what a long, strange trip it's been talking about the 2022 Minnesota Vikings season, but it got me thinking, like, remember like high school yearbooks and you would write that, what a long, strange trip it's been. It's like, bro, high school is literally the easiest part of life. Like, you try paying bills. I digress. Anyways, it has indeed been a long, strange trip for the 2022 Minnesota Vikings. They're 10-2. They're getting it done. They're finding ways, but we wanted to put it out to you, the people. The poll, we put out this poll question: how do you feel about the 2022 Vikings? And we got 9,200 Jeromes chiming in, and our options were Super Bowl homeboy, cautiously optimistic, and just enjoying the ride, as well as waiting for disappointment. And it broke down. So 20% said Super Bowl homeboy. And of course, I feel like this is going to be a bell curve, because I feel like that's how most fan bases break down. There will be the eternal optimists. I'm so optimistic, I'm Optimus Prime. Beep, burp, 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 burp. Then you're going to have the sad sacks, just like, well, the Vikings will get to the Super Bowl. It's like, well, if we lose now, we'll have a better draft pick. We'll draft at 30 instead of 31. Remember, the Dolphins don't have a first-round pick this year. And then you have like the bulk of the bell curve. So you got the cautiously optimistic, you have just enjoying the ride. And we also put an option underneath where you could pick all four. And I think that's where most Vikings fans are right now, because this isn't like the 98 season or even 2009 when this team was just jacking fools, especially 98. I mean, the Vikings are 9-0 in one-score games. They haven't won by more than one score since week 1 against the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. And, you know, the two games that they lost, they got blown out by the Eagles and the Cowboys, who are playing some of the best football in the NFL right now. So I understand if people are just sort of like, I don't know, like, this feels good, but it feels kind of weird. I don't know if I should be all in right now, because we're just waiting. We're just waiting for the Vikings just to put together a full game, blow the doors off of someone, and then everyone will be like, oh, here we come. Here we come. And I think the Vikings could potentially start getting that going this week against the Lions. But 20% said Super Bowl homeboy, 43% said cautiously optimistic. I think that's where a lot of fans are, and that's where, that's why the majority of the poll voted that way, where it's like, okay, one game, we got to double-digit wins, we're ahead of schedule in the competitive rebuild, we're already going to secure the North, all that stuff. And then 26% just enjoying the ride. I honestly wish I was more in this camp, where it just like, whatever happens, like, you're playing with house money. If you win, awesome. If you lose, that's fine too. I don't know, where I just wish I could be like that. If I could be like that. And then also you have the waiting for disappointment. And it's not so much that there's a sad sack section of the Vikings fan base. I mean, maybe there is. But given the history, just given the ways that this team has broken your hat, just the way that this team has built you up and then let you down, yeah, it's rough. It is rough. So I'm not in the waiting for disappointment category, but I do understand it. I do commiserate with it. I get it. So look at the Vikings schedule. So I got the Lions on Sunday, and this could be the start. I mean, the Vikings could have a very solid shot to just put together a complete game, beat a very good team in the Detroit Lions. They're a betting favorite for a reason, and just have that statement win. But we know that it's probably just going to be like a, I don't know, 31-29 type game. Vikings win. Who knows? But Lions are coming in motivated. They've won 4 out of the last 5. They got revenge on the mind for what happened at US Bank Stadium week 3. And Jared Goff is slinging the ball around. Monter St. Brown against the secondary. I don't know, man. I don't know. But one of the reasons why people may not be fully in, because we've seen flashes from the offense. Like, we know with Jefferson, he should be an MVP candidate. We've seen Dalvin run well. We've seen Kirk Cousins play some amazing clutch football. But it hasn't been as consistent as you would like. And defensively, yes, I mean, they can get after the quarterback at times. They can make some game-changing plays at times. 4 of the Vikings games this season have ended on a turnover in the secondary. Notably, Josh Metellus week 3 calling game. You had Cameron Dantzler ripping the ball away from Amir Smith-Marset in the Bears game, and then you had the interception by Patrick Peterson in the Bills game, and then, of course, Cam Beasley calling game against the Jets. So, I mean, the Vikings, they give up a lot of yards, and that defense can get battered at times, but they make a big play when it counts. But I understand that that's not really bankable. Like that's not the 85 Bears or 2000 Ravens defense where it's just like, oh, we're just going to shut them down. Like, they're not going to get a first down. Like, it's not as reliable as that. Sort of is what it is. But, the Vikings, after the Lions game, you got 2 games at home. The Colts, sort of whatever. You got the Giants. Giants aren't looking too great right now, but I would love it if they could upset the Eagles one time because they host Philly this week at MetLife Stadium. But and then you get into the back end of the Vikings schedule, week 17 at the Packers. I know that the Packers, we're playoff bound because we beat the Bears and we're 5-8. Shut up. Shut your faces. And then you're at the Bears. I mean, the Bears are going to score 1 billion points and put up 100 million yards, but the Vikings will still win that game. So, I mean, they have a chance. I mean, the regular season is winding down, and the Vikings are, frankly, running out of chances to be really impressive, not only for their own sake, but also for the fan base. Because I think that the Vikings go into Detroit against a very good football team and get a statement double-digit win. I think that the whole waiting for disappointment, maybe that gets cut in half. Maybe cautiously optimistic starts drifting towards Super Bowl homeboy. Maybe just enjoying the ride gets into the Super Bowl homeboy category. I don't know. I don't know, but it has been a lot of fun. I mean, win, lose, or draw, whatever the hell happens this season, the future is bright in Minnesota under the leadership of Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, and this has been a lot of fun. But your thoughts are thoughts. Poll results. How do you feel about the 2022 Vikings? Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts, on your thoughts, everyone's thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Once put the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull, production value.